So I represent Chinese Herald. So we are a print-based company based in Auckland. So since our first publication in 1994, we've been going from strength to strength. At the moment, we're a team of 15. It's including journalists, production team, CEO, account management, and all that. And we are dedicated to bring in and increasing the cultural communications and mutual understanding between New Zealand and Chinese community. In terms of our publication, we have 4 issues a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, with 10,000 copies for each issue or each day.
A delegate that talked about the Asian invasion. This year, they've got candidates from the Indian and Chinese communities in New Zealand first. So I think the whole thing has shifted, and Maya, you've highlighted all the changes that have occurred. So I just want to endorse what they're saying. It's all changing, it's all up for grabs. And on my 60 seconds, we represent the Indian community. We are talking to between 30 to 40,000 people on a daily basis. It's a 24/7 radio station broadcasting live from the Sky Tower. And I have this pamphlet that you can come and grab with a goodie bag and a pen. I don't know if that's enticement enough.
There's enough to declare it.
All right. And social is big for us as well, and I'm just taking a cue from you here, from NZME. 9.5 million hits on a monthly basis for Bollywood songs. And 31% of them are in Dubai and London and other parts of the world, 69% in New Zealand. So it's a really dynamic place. And the part that is really exciting for us is they spend close to 10 to 20 hours listening to us on a weekly basis, sometimes longer. They don't tune out. So if you want to reach them and you want to convert a marketplace that is worth about $2.4 to $3 billion on a per annum expendable income basis, you need to talk to us and, of course, to all the other Asian media here as well, which represents 25% of the Auckland population alone. So that's my pitch. Sorry, a bit long.
It's too hard basket. Frequently associated with Asian media. Need not be difficult. The reward is there. It's a way for you to show your interest in the Asian community, new immigrants, so that you want their business. We can help with the translation artwork. We have the knowledge, we know the community. Quick comment about diversity. Last month, there was a Chinese language week held in Te Papa. There was a closing ceremony. The opening ceremony was in high school. Minister Peter Dunn was invited to speak at the closing ceremony. He began by saying that he had to ring the foreign ministry to get some speech material. And the ministry of the foreign ministry was busy, and he was embarrassed. I find that awkward. Minister Dunn is a senior minister, and he should have the basic knowledge, sufficient knowledge to be able to speak in an event like that. That is not TPPA or Chogum, which I can understand. I think New Zealand, I respect the bicultural base. I think towards a multi-cultural, that's still a long way to go. New Zealand essentially is still a monolingual, monoculture. If you live in Europe or Southeast Asia, you are very likely to be able to speak in 2 or more languages. So back to the basket. Give it a go. Don't put our paper in the basket.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amy from World TV, and I'm the team leader for New Media. For the past 15 years, WTV has been the largest Chinese media company in New Zealand, and WTV's operations includes 10 Sky TV channels, 2 Freeview channels which are broadcasted throughout New Zealand, and 3 radio stations broadcasted in Auckland, with our 4th one coming soon to Wellington. On top of that, we also have our own website and smartphone apps. And through all our platforms, WTV has coverage of over 92% of the Chinese population in New Zealand. WTV also hosts major events such as concerts, Asian Idol, beauty pageants, and Chinese festivals, with some events attracting as many as 60,000 people. So if you want to know more about us, come and talk to us. We'll be more than happy to.
That's great. Thanks.
A few key words that she spoke. One is customer, citizen, engagement, and culture. These are all the 4 elements that we work on as business. Radio Tarana has been in existence since 1995. These were the key words that we put that in our business model to make sure that we get that, create an engagement platform for anyone and everyone who intends to communicate with the Indian community in New Zealand. When the radio station started, there were just few, and we always used to say, out of these 5, we don't know who is an Indian. But today, given the ratings that has come out recently, we hold the largest share in Indian audiences that listen to Radio Tarana, which is 37,200 on a weekly basis. We progressed from just few hours a day to 24/7 Indian radio station. The content being infotainment, information, news, and Bollywood music, which is the heart of Indian radio station. The challenge for when we say Indian, it sounds very short word, but when we say Indian, in New Zealand means beyond being Indian. It is not just from India, which is over 30 states that we talk about and 30 different languages. The audience here, which you mentioned, is not just that audience. We have people who come from Fiji. We have people, our listeners are people who have migrated from South Africa, from Middle East, from Canada, whom we need to communicate and engage with them, and the key being engagement. And culture is something that we intend to follow and use that as an important tool for our country, which is the king. Laura mentioned, we are in partnership with them, embracing technology. We are the only Indian radio station on iHeartRadio, not just making sure that we are available in New Zealand, beyond New Zealand, which is being global. Currently, we are the only Indian radio station which has got 100,000 likes and above on our Facebook page, which is social media, which is big. We were the first ones to bring our app and make available. So when I go to Australia, no Indian radio station in Australia, you'll be surprised. I'm saying free to air. I utilize my app, get an RCA cable, put it in the car and listen to my radio station when I'm into Liverpool. So that's what we are, Radio Tarana. If in case you need more information, please, I'm here. Have a chat and talk to us to engage with our community.
Thank you.
We have our headquarters in Beijing and all the branches all over China, and we have around 160 offices overseas. And the Wellington office I am working for is one of those. And our office started since New Zealand and China have the official diplomatic relationship since 1970s. So we are now looking forward to have more communication and cooperation with New Zealand government departments, community, and also our Asian media friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is in Auckland, so we are run business around 23rd years this year, and we are running businesses, magazine and website. So we are very popular in Korean society, I'm sure. And so we are looking for more communication with all of us. So today I'm very happy to come here and introduce our company. So if there is any more information, I can show you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm representing New Zealand Messenger. I'm the only one from South Island. We're based in Christchurch. We have newspapers in the weekly, also a magazine currently, which is new, and it's monthly. And well, we're here actually, we're not discussing business, but because most of you are from public sector. I would say there is one story really can explain a lot more what we're going to do here. Well, there's a shepherd, because I'm from Canterbury, so there's lots of sheep over there. The shepherd, and he got 100 sheep. And then there's one lost. What are he going to do? He put 99 over there safely. He went over there and searched for the lost sheep. And he's really, joyful when he found the sheep. The story tells us is you have a big ingredients of, big people audience over here you want to cover. The things is, if you give the law is for those who do not know. If you give a message for those who do not hear or do not understand. So we over here actually help to bring the message to those who do not really understand. And that's the key point for the public service over here is you have the information and we can provide a channel, and that's really what you want to do, is reach those who do not know the message. And New Zealand Messenger, that's the business name we represent. So New Zealand Messenger will bring your message to the Chinese community in South New Zealand. Thanks so much.
I've seen some familiar faces here, and I'm very happy to see you today. And you are all our valuable partners. And today I want to say something about before you throw your message into the media, because they are the expert. You need to talk to them to deliver your message through their channels. But before you deliver the message through the channels, you need to think about something about to get your message right in the first place. In the previous days, the simpler way is to translating your message from English to other languages. But I would say that the merely translation could not work. Right now, you need to understand our audience psyche, lifestyle, and cultural, and then deliver the message in their own language. So this is where Banana's work comes in, because we know the art of talking to Asians. We know how to deliver the message effectively. We know what can evoke our audience emotions and what cannot. So that's why I'm here. So after the section, you are welcome to talk to us, because we have accumulated experience in marketing, branding, advertising in Asian market, locally, internationally, and serve the New Zealand corporate clients and government sectors like New Zealand Customs, like MPI for over 10 years. So thank you very much.
As Wayne said, we just launched on last Friday, and we are an online TV with our own video productions and bringing your stories to the communities. So make use of us. I'm making up the 60 seconds time. I'm taking less than that so others can talk more. So come and talk to us later and find out more from us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Listening to everyone that's just got up and spoken in the last 5 minutes or however long everybody had, that to me it's so inspiring that sort of Kiwi attitude of if you can't see it's happening, get out there and do it yourself and make it happen. That number 8 wire that we were miles away from anywhere in the world and we would just find ways to make things happen is so evident in what's happening with the media and the media industry here today. And I think from our perspective, we can be seen as this big behemoth, but we partner with loads of media because the world's changed for us, that we can't remain in isolation the same way New Zealand's not in isolation anymore. So I found that really inspiring today, and hopefully you all have as well. And thank you for the opportunity. No, it's great.